Om, Om, Om.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Om. We apologize if there's any issues for you. I hope you can hear us now. Perhaps you could post in chat comments, either in Facebook or if you can hear us. Om. 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 Yay. Padaranga, thank you. Patty, Pushpa, Chris. Wow. Well, okay, back again. Yay. Jai Guru.
Yeah, we're at Manikarnika ghat in Varanasi, and it's a beautiful day, but the internet is a little weak right now.
Jai Guru, Mumbai, Jai Guru, Yogananda, Jai Guru Encinitas, for all of you. To kind of come and go. So bear with us. Please. Let me try something. Well, I hope you got a little taste of what it was like when we first entered India. And for those of you that have been here before, you certainly probably recognize those sights and sounds. That was when we first arrived. Get him to join us. Everyone's here with us now.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Varanasi, Jai Guru.
We'll do the best we can, given the circumstances. We're kind of having a little bit of spotty internet. Imagine that here on the ghats in Varanasi.
In this ancient city, it's hard to imagine. The internet
in fact,
slow.
I can maybe show you what it is that we're looking at. Oops. Let me stand up and share with you. You see this is the Manikarnika ghat that we are at right now. And if you were to look right through here under those tarps, this is the site for the future Yogananda meditation temple that we've spoken to.
And all around people, you can probably hear people are chanting mantras and doing pujas. So it's a very sacred vibration.
That's for sure. Huh. So let's see here. Jyoti, nice. I wish I could give better tips on viewing and better sound. I don't know if it's on our end or yours, and obviously we're doing the best given the circumstances here on the Ganga. It's pretty unpredictable. But let's dive right in, shall we? I wanted to give you a little bit of a sense as to where we are. Okay, so I'm going to, I hope that you're able to see them. I want to remind all of you, and I've posted this on YouTube, there's a link. All the photos and videos that we have taken on this entire trip are on the Google Cloud on my account, and I've made it publicly accessible to all of you. So from this link, you're able to access any of these photos, any of the videos. You can use them as you choose. Print them, share them, whatever you like. So itself. This is a very ancient city, of course. The great Mark Twain's comment, Varanasi is older than Varanasi is undergoing a radical change. There is a huge amount of development that's going on here, funded by the federal government under what's known as the Kashi Vishwanath, completed in December of 2021. We'll show you pictures of that. We'll be sharing that with you as we move along here today. So we're in its ancient state. At the same time, it is uplifting itself, becoming cleaner. Many of the lanes have been beautified with artwork, murals on all the walls.
Yeah, I was going to say beautiful murals of Shiva and bringing some beauty into the city.
So we're webcasting live here in Varanasi at the Manikarnika ghat. This ghat, in fact, directly above us is the site where Lord Shiva, in his exuberance and excitement as he was meditating with Vishnu, as the legend goes, he lost an earring into the Ganga. And as a result, it's been said that he remains here in Varanasi at this ghat. And for those Hindus who believe in this legend, they say to die is to be liberated of all karma. So Shiva himself whispers an ancient mantra in the ear of the departing souls, and they are free. This is engraved in stone up on the ghat behind us, and the kund where the original bathroom, literally 50 feet from where we're sitting. So, as the story goes, you may not know a bit about Varanasi, but it is the abode for Lord Shiva and Parvati. The origins of Varanasi are not known, but it is considered the oldest continuously inhabited city in all of civilization. The Ganga, which flows through Varanasi, in fact, there is a Varam Ghat at one end and an Asi Ghat at the other, therefore the name Varanasi. And it's believed that it's an ancient expression of Divine Mother, and to bathe in the Ganga is to wash away our mortal sins or our karmic seeds. And we've been bathing each day in the Ganga. I will be showing you some of that here in a moment. It is the center for ancient training throughout civilization. 1,000 years, records that are maintained, showing some of the ancient Sanskrit scriptures that are housed literally 100 yards from where we're seated. It was the place where Buddha gave his first sermon after rising in Bodhigaya from the Bodhi tree. And again, this is considered a great symbol for the Buddhist community. It's the center of knowledge, of mathematics, arts, crafts, Sanskrit, physics. You can go on and on. This is where some of the greatest awareness, and we'll talk about more of that.
And you really feel it in the earth when you sit by the Ganga, when you walk through the city, you really feel that ancient wisdom and knowledge.
The Banaras Hindu University is the largest of its kind in Asia. Here, many great Sanskrit scholars. Ayurveda was said to have originated here, as was yoga. Patanjali wrote the original Yoga Sutras here. It's been the home of many famous saints and sages throughout history. Numerous poets, musicians, pundits, authors hailed from this ancient city. Vyasa, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas was said to have reaching states of awareness that enabled him to write those great epic tales. And as we mentioned, many great saints have hailed from here, including, of course, our great line of gurus. It's known for knowledge, learning. 50 feet from where we're sitting, just up the Ganga, is the large burning ghat. This is a picture of it at Manikarnika. There's 7 days a week. There are bodies being burned here, and again, being liberated, as we mentioned previously, having died and cremated in Varanasi is to break of reincarnation. This is the current state of the construction, some new construction. This is burning fires all day, all night, every day. And of course, for us devotees and Gurubhais of Yogananda, Varanasi holds special significance, being the place where that site is roughly 2 kilometers from where we're sitting. We walk there several times. It's very easy walk from where we are. It's where Lahiri Mahashaya's home is, which is open only one day a year during Guru. Learned yesterday, by the way, that the house adjacent or directly across from Lahiri's home has gone up for sale. We're meeting with the owners in a couple of days. Might be an interesting purchase for us all. We'll see. It's where Babaji met with his sister Mataji and the great disciple of Lahiri, Ram Gopal, as the story has been told in autobiography. It's where Lahiri committed to remain, where Babaji committed to remaining in the body on the behest of his sister. And of course, Yogananda we are sitting just off of where that arrowhead is. We've had to move a little bit to be able to hang on to the internet currently. So we began here in Mumbai, the home of Ananda Mumbai's ashram, the spiritual directors Shurjo and Narayani. They were great hosts for us. We really appreciated the time we were able to spend with them of that. Enjoyable experience for each of you. We certainly enjoyed our time in Mumbai with the wonderful disciples there. As you saw, there are roughly 20 devotees that live right there in the community. So they all are generating a sense of spiritual community together. It's really quite something, and a beautiful experience for us to have been there.
And it's just outside of the city. It's just a short 2-minute ferry ride to Mad Island or Exotic Island. And it's a whole different experience on that island.
And just around the corner from the ashram is this one. Happy Holi!
Happy Holi!
excursion in Mumbai. I hope that that was an enjoyable experience for you. I'm not exactly sure uh, what it's like for you, but we moved from Mumbai, taking a 2 hour flight south to Bangalore for an overnight stay with our friends, the Nayaswamis Haridas and Roma at the Ananda Bangalore Ashram. We're going to share with you a little bit of that experience. Um, bear with me here. Okay, so Bangalore, it's literally 5 minutes. The metro just outside of downtown Bangalore. You can well imagine the city of its size with all of its technology, all of its multinational companies. It can be very noisy. The noise, the horns is very uniquely, put it that way, as you saw with the opening video. But this place has none of that. If you're out in the middle of the forest, greenery and just beauty and peace and serenity, an amazing location. They've been there for what, roughly 6 months? It's November, and already it has a profound sense of community. Many followers coming for classes, uh, for Kriya. I think they said there were like.
Well, Bangalore, there's a lot more than that.
First, you know, to leave your baby to come to the ashram is a pretty big thing. That's how I felt Haridas and Roma's energy, the vibration of Ananda Bangalore. Uh, our house is doors. There's trees growing. Just
the house was built around nature, around the tree.
place to be. We hope to go back. Ari and Roma, they were just amazing, and God bless them for the work that they're doing in Bangalore. If you ever get to go to Bangalore, be sure to stay with them. They have quite. Um, I 5 hour drive, almost due east, slightly northeast to Tiruvannamalai to take darshan at the Ramana Maharishi Ashram. Of course, this is where our Gurudev had visited in 3536. It holds an incredible vibration. Not able to stay in the ashram. Uh, they have some limitations due, of course, to COVID, but they are open 2 hours in the morning and a couple hours in the evening. And we were able to go to those times and have meditation. And we were able to climb Arunachalam to go up to the has been said to have meditated and spent So we did go ahead and do a large temples, one of the 12 sacred Jyotims on this planet. We were able to go there, and this actually was the temple where Ramana would go. He spent years in a little cave down under the ground, and did get to go down in that cave. We don't have any footage. They don't allow while we were there.
At my very close to the cave.
Hanuman was right there. Quite a large complex, very beautiful. This is the cave halfway up where Ramana was to have said to spend a large part of time in meditation. We were able to go in and meditate for only 10 minutes. It was a limited amount of time. Again, their COVID protocols such that they were. But during that time, we leave, of course, our slippers outside the cave. When I came back out, were missing. You colorful padukas here. Um, Maha Ananda Siddha. Bear with us through Lahiri, our host. Please. I'm sorry for the slight disconnect. We're going to share with you a little experience with Maha Ananda Siddha. Okay, one moment as we work through a little momentary, but we will be right with. Apologize, we've had to reset. Let me get us back to where we were. Sorry, everyone, for this, but I promise we'll do the best we can to give you the best experience possible. We've already left Tiruvannamalai, as we just spoke to, and we moved to Maha Ananda Siddha. Again, 7:30 in the morning. We were chanting. We did darshan with some of the statue of Hanuman, of Lakshmi, and we were sitting. I just led us in a prayer, and this. And we got to alone with Maha Ananda Siddha. What an amazing experience. I'm not sure if you could hear Atman, but he was telling the story of Siddha. Siddha, a great saint of Lord Shiva, is 92 years old and no food. He Kannada and Hindi. He doesn't speak English, but I had asked him, so of immortality. It's been said it actually is produced as a pink liquid with and he's able to cycle this energy, this pure prana, purifies the body in fire. I've seen that. I know this is not something you can wrap your around, so please leave that at the door. But we, the saints, the sages of all religions, have shown great. And this living saint of Lord Shiva is a very unique individual and a very powerful. So from here, we went again a 3-hour flight. Well, we first from Mahadeva Malai, about what 2.5-hour drive to Chennai. Night there. Unfortunately, all of our our friends at Ananda Chennai everything was down. We got in late. 3-hour flight from Chennai, so that we could work on the Sri Yogananda Meditation Temple project, which is where we currently are. We arrived in at the Ram Ghat. It was much easier to drive right up to the Ghat there and take a boat, as you see us here with our luggage, up the various Ghats to the Scindia Ghat, which is located right now. This is what you would see if you were sitting next to us, because we are and you'll notice that from there looking out to the Ganga, satsang from there. Our mornings always begin just after dawn, or as the sun rises. We come out, puja, we set up our altar. This is what it looks like right now. We can't show you live, but we set our gurus. We do a puja. At that, you'll see the picture on the right. This is a lingam. The temple site is very ancient. We adorn it with the flower. We chant. We spend about an hour in doing our puja. And we take bath.
And usually we have a couple of boys that also do their pujas right there.
So Ananka's is a site that's frequented by many of the pundits up and down the Ganga. They will come in and they will, put some holy water on the lingams. They'll chant mantras. We've already adorned it with flowers, clean the floor every morning. We energize it, honoring our lions and, of course, Lord. We do our chanting here with our harmonium. We have our nice long meditations. And we take bath in the Ganga. The flowers from the altar, an offering to Ma Ganga, as we do our prayer in the Ganga and dip the body. Vedic tradition, cleansing some seeds of karma that we're shriveling up some of those vrittis, the disturbances, to free us and bring us ever closer.
Unless you're worried, nothing else. We're actually been very, very healthy the whole time. No issues at all.
I will tell you a little secret. Ottman was a little resistant on the first day. He wanted to wait and see if my skin turned green or any body parts fell off after taking bath the first morning. So the second morning, he went right in with me, and each morning ever since. It is in our temple, then taking, we're doing all week some of these old samskars and old karmic seeds. You see here some of our friends on the image here. This is Ananta, who is the original pujari who just appeared on that day. He was the one 5 years ago to the day, on which was my 69th birthday, and he showed up. Him in quite a while, but he's the one 5 years ago on my birthday that suggested that we build here at Manikarnika. There's a Pundan to the right. He comes to our little temple every day. He's very devotional, very sweet sadhu. And of course, after our bath, enjoying and we'll walk the ghat years that were greeting us as we were going through along the ghats. Here you can see at night, this is an image of the large burning ghat. You'll see the towers that are to this picture. You'll seeing during the day right now. It leads to the Ganga from the Kashi Vishwanath temple. It's quite a remarkable experience now to see this modern structure. This is phase one of the Kashi Vishwanath core project. It's a 5-phase plan, and this is phase transforming Varanasi to become a site and host to millions of pilgrims. Looking toward the Kashi Vishwanath temple, you can see how wide this is. Many devotees can walk this path, take bath in Ganga, go up and take darshan. In the Kashi Vishwanath, the Prime Minister of India, as well as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Yogi, and they funding this project, and it is really something to see. As you can see here, as you walk through that, there's escalators that are being installed for the handicapped and elderly to be able to, instead of climbing stairs. This is the modernization of the most ancient city in and probably the most ancient cultural center of India. Great statues, and you see behind these are and along this pathway there are brand new buildings that are coming, Vedic libraries, of course, multiple vendors along the way.
It's a massive construction site, which is a little bit different sites. Everybody's in flip-flops, not a car has to be seen. Heavy equipment running, walking by and going in. No barricades, just all flow.
It really to
and
experience.
Lifting the sand and the rocks on their heads.
Here's now with the Ganga Looking up to that arch, these are the in real time. You can imagine the discriminating point to Ma Ganga. At night, we were able just to experience the nightly arti. And they conduct a fire ceremony every night. So we took a boat. The upper left-hand picture shows you some kind of umbrellas. Underneath each of those are the it is that to celebrate my birthday, and my friends had a super surprise for me, and they ate them, and well, they had prepared sitting in a bed of rose petals us out to the middle of the Ganga and lit them one by one, handing them to me so that I could float them on the river. It was really quite an amazing birthday gift. You can imagine Ma Ganga being your cake, on that cake. They streamed for a couple of kilometers downriver, and we could just see this row of lights going down the Ganga. It was really. Continue with the Manikarnika Ghat Community Project, the development of the Sri Yogananda Meditation Temple at Manikarnika. This is exactly where we're sitting. It's just behind. Historic 5 years ago, almost to the day, on my birthday, this Pundit, who we showed you earlier, Ananta, he had greeted us and said, "You must build a temple to your guru here." We didn't know guru. I think he was just the voice. He was the channel for this. Well, we started to work on that, and on most holy place in all of Varanasi, through which the lens express these great teachings that are non original Christianity. And our Gurudev, unlike to bring those teachings to the world, we'll get Varanasi is the center for the Indian culture. And culture through the lens of Yogananda is the ring. Unfortunately, Vishal, and he's now the chief commissioner in Ayodhya, the development of the Rama temple there. Placed with him, Mr. Gaurang Rathi. Well, we had left 20th of March, 2020, just days So we the Temple of Joy in Encinitas project and was supporting it. Unfortunately, then he got transferred and now he's been replaced. There are two main government officials. We have gone to both of their offices. We have delivered the project proposal to both, along with copies of Autobiography of a Yogi, as recently as yesterday, and we have scheduled meeting today at 5 o'clock. So we're asking for your prayers. Please help us to energize this great auspicious project. We're hoping to gain, and we can actually begin some construction. This is the map we got from red. This is where we're sitting at Manikarnika Ghat. This is actually phase 3 for the project. They haven't begun that phase yet. Well ahead of the curve on a timing standpoint, but we want to get some energy while we are here.
How much got them?
Phase 1 has been completed 2021. You'll see this is an aerial shot. You see Kashi Vishwanath Temple with the gold dome, and walking through that wide area will lead you through the archway to the Ganga. This is the artistic rendering for the Sri Yogananda Meditation Temple. This is right where we're sitting now. Of course, it doesn't look quite like that. You'll notice that compared to all the auspicious Varanasi, the site where Mataji lives under the Ganga, our Gurudev met Lane, and just up the road where on the same road Lahiri's home was. These are all walking pilgrimages from the Sri Yogananda Meditation Temple site. And this is what the site looks like today. It's vacant, it's dirty, and we do want to turn full. I'll take you back to that slide. This, with new railings, statues, marble floors, tile ceilings.
And with everything that they've done in the corridor and are continuing to do, it really blends in so perfectly with the vision that the city has, and even just the stone that is being used in so many ways.
Thank all of you for hanging in there with us, and to remind you the pictures that we've shown and many more
To be here, it's have expectations when you come to India.
I can't even begin to thankful we are to have shared it with our travel with. We share the same room, hotel room. We've just gotten along meditating, we're praying, government officials, and with your hope, your support, your Gurudev, we're going to incredible center for Masters Teaching Cast from ground zero of India, Varanasi. Thank you here. We so appreciate you all. Jai Guru.
See with your eyes. See with your eyes.
I see some of your comments. Ananda Espanol. Oh, nice. Tracy, thank you. Happy birthday for the greetings. Bawani, I know, probably had some challenges technically with hearing. We apologize. We've done the best we can to bring you a feeling here. Jan, it's good to see you in art.
All the pictures and videos, because there's a lot of content that you can enjoy.
The link in
Oh
the
yeah,
chat.
can we put the link in the chat?
Wow. Wow.
Us. Blessings
Hi,
from
Guru.
Varanasi.
Sean.